Common diseases in humans ian suk non dinga denga again taksa ma banga disease pen kha bangchidang define dia ichiale. It is any abnormal conditions which affect the structures and functions of an organisms ahia. If the organisms the functionings the internal or the external functionings of an organisms is abnormal, it is characterized by signs and symptoms. Why changa we know that in that organisms or in that individuals disease may be present. Why disease omhya omlohya chipen kha I test tungton hya mahung ki thei hedimam. Disease tepen kha ian hinta it is divided into two types: infectious disease and non-infectious disease. Pende again hinta infectious disease ichi changina hai pen kha those disease that can be transmitted from one person to another person through air, water, food, through vectors. Na khatap kilo son the why te pen kha infectious disease akichia. Very common examples would be like common cold ichi te mo hai bana a fatal one, a dangerous de pen kha like AIDS chi te hidinga. Non-infectious disease ichi changina disease mi khataki pata mi khataki lo son thelo te pen kha non-infectious disease akichia. Examples would be cancer, heart disease, diabetics chi te pen kha they are non-infectious disease ma. And then disease disease it discuss pen kha it is caused by a cause to or maybe it is caused by jini na hen thei dinga one na pe na kha it is caused by external factors, ani na kha it is caused by internal factors. Achale ya external factors to internal factors ichi te bangai chiala. External factors ichi changina we are talking about pathogens. Pathogens ichi te mo yai pathogens bangai chiale. Pathogens are organisms which cause diseases. Ya organisms te pen khachi khatcha hi ke dinga chi tom tom hi dinga den changin again thak dinga. Ya internal factors ichi changina we are talking about our immune system. When there is a disorder or a dysfunctioning of the immune system, then it gives rise to disease like allergies chi te mo hai bana hypersensitivity ichi te hai bana immunodeficiency ichi te pen kha they are internal factors which cause disease. Here chapter penakha we are going to talk about external factors, the diseases which are caused by pathogens. Pathogens in na give rise to mo I de and here pathogens te pen kha I chibang za ya mina hen thei dinga why ma the study of diseases is known as pathology. The study of diseases is known as pathology. Why bana pathogens ichi changa it is the microorganisms or the organisms that cause disease. Ma hai de hai a word te pen kha thei legend. Pathogens pen kha it can be categorized into different groups. Yeah. The first pathogens that cause diseases are bacteria. Bacteria lechi tom tam long supply dimo. Ani na kha virus. Athun na kha fungi. Ali na kha parasite. Jinka hon gala hai parasite pen kha chithumin a hen thei non dinga akhat na pe na kha protozoan parasite dima. Why bana helminths chite why bana ectoparasites. Tangpua ha protozoan te pen kha endoparasites leke chimo kichidimo sorry ha protozoan example bangza ham ko hon pedinga khat ko hon pedinga sorry plasmodium. Protozoan parasite kha plasmodium hiya hey plasmodium pen kha it causes the disease malaria. Parasite here which cause malaria disease ma. Yeah, helminths ichi te pen kha they are usually worm parasites. Examples like roundworm, tapeworm, roundworm, intestine intestine ko nga omte pen kha worm parasite it comes under helminths vai bana ectoparasites ji changina those parasites which live on the surface of the living organisms te pen kha not inside but within the skin hiam tia ma as tia omte pen kha ectoparasites ki chidin example la kha like lice fleas ji te pen kha examples of ectoparasites needed. Detail ina bacteria in bang na ko sa virus in bang ko sa chite yen sudinga hadwe summary in kahon gen thakdinga diseases pen kha I discuss kit sama bangina it is any dysfunctionings of the organs or organ systems which affects the normal functioning of an organism. It is divided into two types, infectious and non-infectious disease. Infectious that can be transferred from one person to another person. Example, common cold, AIDS, non-infectious, those that cannot be transferred from one person to another person like cancer, heart disease, disease cause to ni na hen theding first na pina kha external factors ani na kha internal factors. External factors changina pathogens gen pathogens pen bangai changina they are microorganisms. They are organisms which cause diseases. The study of these diseases is known as pathology. And internal factors when there is disorder or dysfunctioning of the immune systems which leads to different diseases like allergies, hypersensitivity, immunodeficiency. Pathogens it can be subdivided into various categories. They are, first one is bacteria, virus, fungi, parasites. Parasites chibang sa min kahon khen sumnona protozoan, helminths to ectoparasites. Protozoan te pen kha examples would be like plasmodium which cause the disease malaria. Helminths te pen kha worm parasite like examples would be roundworm, tapeworm jite. Ectoparasites examples would be lice, fleas jite ma. Ahidinga hai pathogens te penin kha they will infect humans. Bangchidana infects their mode of transmission mi hingsunga ahonglu na penuka alam tom it can be through air like airborne disease common cold pneumonia they can be transmitted through air. So air akipata mi hingsunga lu through our nose then it will affect our lungs. Bacteria it is waterborne disease from waterborne disease it will humans through drinking contaminated water microbes telha tui idon khak te tungto na ki pata bacteria te kha isunga hanglo theidima hai bana hai fungi te chu it will be through the spores. Spores mai te pen kha ichitunga hong janga then it give rise to some skin rashes, skin allergy ji te ngi theidima hai bana hai parasite te pen kha plasmodium pen kha it is entering humans through vectors. Vectors pen kha banga ichiale mosquitoes teng to hilole female anopheles mosquito pen hai pen le ten cha detail ni en thak dinga hoi bana hai helminths te pen kha it is present in the intestine here. Ectoparasites te pen kha ihit te mo isama ihit om kha te ahilawale kaning tunga ahit om te chi te hong they do not enter inside the body of the living organisms, but they are present outside. That is why they are ectoparasites. Plasmodium they are endoparasites. Because they live inside the parasites is living inside the living organisms. Abana, this is caused by bacteria. Bacteria ina cause te pen endinga ama sa penina typhoid endinga typhoid pen kha typhoid fever le ki chizel dema ki bang tho typhoid fever. It is caused by a bacterium min kha bangai chale salmonella typhi ya amin de ga hoi dewin chante de chin typhoid is caused by a bacteria named salmonella typhi. Hey typhoid fever adi dawale typhoid pen kha I bang chida na mi khata hum kilo song the ya I dole a mode of transmissions bangai chale. It is transmitted from one person to another person through ingesting or eating contaminated food and water. Bangchidana ichale yai penha. It is mostly seen in villages where there is no proper sanitations. Ek book hoi dewa umlo de homo tun bang mi khat I. Let's say there is one person suffering from typhoid. Yai penin kha I dialing book hoi tak jamaini proper sanitations te bang nei lo hi le bang mun khat pe wang dialing din jen why offices te pen kha tho hia min ba bo the mo mai tho hia min aba bo pen kha he aba bo zo chang I hai lama I nek di tung hiam an sit lo hiam khong ana ko ya le why house fly te ya ma hi la tho te pen kha ya an te pen kha hon bo den jen why an te ya ma hi lo le tui ki koi te hiam na don kha ka le then you will also be suffering from typhoid disease. Tun bang hai a fecal matter pen kha I tui kyang bang hitale ni river kyang bang hitale ya river penin kha offices pen kha twa su ding in chen yai tui anazang kha midang bang in yai tui pen kha I don di ya min bang anazang non tale without boiling boiling low honga ana tui pen ana don tale then he also will become infected. Ya kon gel thak dinga typhoid fever is caused by salmonella typhi and it is transmitted from one person to another person through orally or ingesting contaminated food and water. Hey contaminated food to water pen kha I ahon ne khak changa bang chi ai chi ale a bacteria pen kha or bacteria ka hon chi hi dole pathogens ka hon chi changa le ki bang tho ya hey a bacteria pen kha it will enter the ikama ine ka hi ka the food or water that we eat or drink will enter our mouth mo ikama hon pai den jin wai esophagus a hong lu su den jin then to the stomach then it will enter the bacteria will enter the small intestine. Allah saka is small intestine hong tung dima. Small intestine a hong tung chang pe na kha bang chi dia chale hai bacteria te pen kha they are adapted to the environment in the small intestine. Why so chang a small intestine na ki pata bang hong chi dia chale small intestine na ki pata the bacteria will enter our bloodstream. Ya bloodstream a hong lu chang a so it will be transmitted to different parts of the body or different parts of the organs and it will affects different organs and the normal functionings of the human's body. And then it will give rise to complications. It will give rise to anuam lo bacteria te isunga hongluta intestine hongluta waya ki pata bloodstream hongluta bloodstream ki pata different organs hong ki to changa kha why organs te alu na te pen kha a functioning pen kha hong a normal functioning pen kha hong wide engine it will give rise to some signs and symptoms why a symptoms te bang bangai chi ale ha ko ban gel su dinga symptoms of early symptoms symptoms of typhoid fevers are number 1 is there will be high fever on the 30 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius home fever on the engine why bana itaksa pen kha weak dimo there will be weakness why bana it will give rise to stomach pain. A bacteria pen kha since it is entering the stomach and the small intestine stomach pain hilole abdominal pain ti on dima abdominal pain why bana kha there will be constipation le on the engine in some cases diarrhea le on the constipations and diarrhea it will give rise to headache, lunatic daily on the there will be loss of appetite, and on the. In some cases also there will be skin rashes, which is known as rose spot leki di mo hair rose spot te kha ichitunga asan on tip tip ti wai di ben kha leki mudin jen wai bana he te kha in severe cases hai ke ya early symptoms ham te ya in severe cases tun hai symptoms te hon ke lak changa kha hai anat na pen ham hi lawale hai typhoid pen a bacteria pen atha na di ham hi lawale hoi te wa treatment ilak lawale, then it will leads to severe cases te bangchia ichiale there will be intestinal perforation. Intestinal perforation bangchi na ai chiale hai pen kha a bacteria pen kha salmonella typhi pen kha ya again hina intestine small intestine na ki pata I bloodstream alu devemo ludin jen why alud ma pena kha a bacteria te pen ithat lawale damdoi hyam zanga mo ithat lawale ya small intestine ya stan hey suppose this is small intestine ya bacteria te on chitani hey bacteria te pen kha ithat lawale hey bacteria ten ya intestine pen kha on nevang di unchin there will be holes in the intestine gilpi wangma hey intestine avang on hey pen kha proper treatment ilak lawale it may also leads to death of the individuals. So in severe cases there will be intestinal perforations, that means intestine a bacteria tena hole hon boldiuma there will be hole in the intestine which may even leads to death if not treated properly. Hili hai pen kha bacteria pen kha small intestine ahong luta bloodstream ahong luta different parts of the organs ahong pai hichanga kha yai symptoms te pen kha yai symptoms te pen kha it will appear after 5 to 21 days. Ya bacteria hon inek khak chimaini ya food contaminated food ya mai le contaminated water tunton ya bacteria inek khak pen it is entering our stomach small intestine ya enter hit zo nung ya symptoms de hon ki lat depend kha ninga ya mai lo le 21 days zo changa hon ki lang din chen le ya symptoms pen kha it depends on the age of the individuals apuma lehon king adin chen why ban a health of the individuals a health lehon king ngade ken khat te adam thei de te bang in adam thei de te bang symptoms be ka hon kilang hak de de ma why ban it also depends on the number of bacteria entering the human body tun bang a bacteria pen bang ya small intestine ya ma include khak pen kha a number pen tom hitale then the symptoms would appear later mo ki hon kilang pa hollo mai thei de hilele tu na bang a bacteria pen bang tam pin lut kha hile chena a symptoms te pen hon kilang pa mai thei de mo so this symptoms appearing of the symptoms will depend on the age and the health and number of bacteria entering the individuals. Mode of transmissions pen since humans are the only reservoir only humans are suffering from these types of diseases it can be transmitted through direct contact me infected person khat om tale healthy person khat om tale through direct contact kale anak na pen ka kilo son thei din jen through indirect contact kale kilo son thei din jen why bana by eating contaminated food and water through ale kilo son thei di mo anak na pen kha yai na pen kha a risk factor kwate risk factor ra om wai ji ale a hilo risk factor ra om khate pen kha people children now pangte to why bana elderly a upalam te pen kha they are at risk factors why bana people who are in overcrowded places overcrowded locality they are in risk factors. Why poor sanitations disposal waste disposal the living conditions is unhygienic risk factors people with weak immune system weak immune system they are at high risk. Prevent how do we prevent typhoid disease? Preventions would be the first one would be proper sewage system. Chlorinations of drinking water. It should be treated with chlorine so that chlorine would kill all the microbes which is present in the water. Proper sanitation disposal of fecal matter. Preventions one types TAB typhoid antibacterial vaccinations prevent TAB it is typhoid antibacterial. Using these vaccinations also we can prevent the disease typhoid. Typhoid Mary Melon Mary Melon she's suffering from typhoid vein a nickname Typhoid Mary Typhoid Mary typhoid vein hilili ama symptoms infected with this disease. Bacteria Salmonella typhi she's a professional cook aman hotel unbol they are infected with typhoid disease. Is a typhoid carrier. Typhoid bacteria carrier symptoms is a cook, so she cooks food for other people. They are infected with this disease. So is also known as Typhoid Mary. Disease caused by bacteria typhoid pneumonia pneumonia it is an airborne disease. It is caused by the bacterium Streptococcus pneumonia, and it is also caused by Haemophilus influenza. Streptococcus pneumonia and Haemophilus influenza pneumonia cause transmit of it is by inhalations of suppose it is infected person is since we are talking about pneumonia, he is infected with the disease pneumonia. Healthy person it is he is not infected with pneumonia. Healthy person infected person droplets release abanga achil tui chi hama icha ahuya hon ke release de wai te pen kha when he pa penin healthy person pa penin adik lut khak changa, then he also will become infected with pneumonia. So this is the basic transmissions of this disease. Other transmissions can also be by sharing utensils. Kwang hiam ki kop tui don na te glasses kwang chi te ki kop na tung to na le hay pen kha jo to mang healthy to healthy ki kop na jo bang ma che lo di. But if one infected person to one healthy person bang hon ki kop le, then the healthy person will be infected with this disease. Inhaling of droplets, mode of transmission sa inhalings of droplets released by infected person. Healthy person khatin ya droplets pen kha hon di glut khak cha nga bang chi ai chi ale, the bacteria will infect the lungs of the healthy person. A lungs can infect the engine. A lungs it will infect the alveoli. Here alveoli pen khabangai chiale. It is a sac-like structures which is filled with air. Tun bang lungs pen kha hitidan ka simple takin chen ka hangel me media. Hey pen kha lungs bang hitale. At the tips, hey, a tips dia kha alveoli omibe. Hey, alveoli te pen kha they are hitidana omding engine. It is hey pen kha blood vessel bang hitale. Hey te kha alveoli hitale. Exchange of gases will take place between the alveoli and the blood stream. Hey, alveoli te pen kha air carbon dioxide here, oxygen here omdi jo air fill sac engine. Hey te pen kha bangon chi ai chi ale here air feel safe it will when the bacteria enters the lungs and the alveoli, then this bacteria will start forming a fluid-like structure, substance. Fluid tahon feel the engine. Hey, fluid tahon feel changa ha bang chi di ai chiale. The persons will have difficulty in breathing, respiratory problems kan nidima. Hai changa ha, that means he or she is suffering from this disease pneumonia. Alveoli abang chi ai chiale, the alveoli it infects the lungs and it enters the alveoli and enters the alveoli. Alveoli akabangon chi di ai chiale, the alveoli will get filled with fluid. If it gets if the air sac is filled with fluid, then it will give rise to problems in respirations, like breathing problems. Iti hongom dima. Hey ben kha this is ben ki transmit from one person to another person. Ay ilawale infected person te maale bangchi da na hong omachi next risk factors stay in endinga who are kwate risk factors are omaji kaya endinga risk factors are omte pen kha infants de langek de why bana elderly upate ma why bana people with weak immune system. If the immune system is weak, then they are very prone to pneumonia. People with HIV infections, me HIV they are very at a risk factor. Why bana diabetes why bana alcohol abuse they are very prone or very susceptible to pneumonia disease. Next, symptoms when a person is infected with this bacteria, with Streptococcus pneumonia or Haemophilus influenza, their symptoms would be they have fever on the they'll have chills, what start coughing, chest pain, difficulty in breathing, headache in mild case, in severe cases Severe cases are difficulty in breathing. In the severe cases, what happens is that the lips of the individuals and the fingernails of the individuals would be gray to bluish color. In severe cases.